Hello there, my cosmic kittens and planetary puppies. It's your girl Catz, the Wandering Intuitive, and I am back once again bringing you your forecast for the week ahead. Remember, this is timeless, so when you find this, it's the right time for you. Hope you guys all had a wonderful weekend. For those who celebrated, I hope you had a happy Easter. I don't have too much time left on my Bang Bang Bangers 3 reading special, only on Instagram. You can find me or hunt me down on Instagram with the @ The Wandering Intuitive, all lowercase, all together. So you can go check that out. It ends on the 30th of April. It's been a very crazy time right now. We got a lot of people just losing their shit because they don't have control. So what does that mean going into this week? Are things going to lighten up? Feels like it is. So let's check it out. Let's connect with our guides. If you guys want to skip this part, you may. I strongly suggest you do. And if you have cards, pull them out that we can pull along with me to give yourself clarification or open something else up more for you. Or even if you're wondering, is that for me? You can pull cards to clarify. Let's take a deep breath in. We are going to call our guides in. It's been a while since I unwrapped my... A lot of people laugh, but this has been in my family for very decades, okay? This is my Tinkerbell. I call her my Tinkerbell Spirit Bell. So we're going to close our eyes now, take a deep breath. And we're going to call for our spirit guides and guardian angels. Don't worry, you're safe here. Deep breath in. Remember, you're here. Just hear the song or music in the background. I got lo-fi going. We're going to relax. Breathe. 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 Just breathe. Eyes closed. Feel your angels' energies connecting with you now. Usually it'll center around the heart chakra. Just breathe from there. Release it all. Now you're going to ask your guides to tell you which team you're on for this week. Breathe. Just breathe. And you might get 2 answers, so remember to watch or listen to both of them. The one that's the strongest, you want to list that one first. Team 1. Just breathe. Sit in their energy for a minute. You might even feel a little pressure in your third eye. Team 2. That's okay. That's just your angels putting their loving little fingers on it, sending their energy to it for you. I can feel it over here. Gabriel, where is it? Thank you. Team 3. All right, guys. Teams 1, 2, and 3 have been picked. So, onwards and upwards we go, starting with Team 1. Remember, your timestamps are down below in the description box. I'll see you on the flip side, Team 1. Hello there, Team 1. All right, let's see what your theme is going to be for this week. Call of the Muse. Look at that. A lot of energy of inspiration. And the enthusiasm and the motivation to actually bring things into the physical plane, actually create an action. Spirit showing, like some of you may have had ideas and stuff, and things have been holding you back, fear-based things, maybe it has to do with social media, it's too much, I don't understand all of that, blah, 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 and people are like, oh, just post it, but you're like, yeah, and then maybe you just share something instead, like from somebody else you saw, like on your story or something. Spirit's actually sending you a lot of motivation this week to get creative, and they're helping kind of waylay the fears. So we're going to get into that in a sec. It's really, really fitting this is starting now because we have the new moon on Sunday. We usually start feeling that energy like 2 or 3 days beforehand and 2 or 3 days after it's at its apex. So there's a lot of feeling motivated, starting to write down, make micro goals to things. Like, what do you need to learn first? Or write down, okay, what am I really afraid of? You know, there's a big, huge energy of these things coming in the physical plane, like repeated themes of something that you're thinking about doing, been putting off, or maybe something like that's catches your interest and you're like, okay, I'll look at it later, and then it keeps coming up, things like that in the physical plane. Now, this first row here is interesting because it's the moon. Okay, yeah, very strong energy of intuition on this one. Social media or the garden, okay, or just social networking of people, following your intuition. If you get invited to an event or you are drawn to something, an idea, something that sparks your interest, like if, you know, I say social media, just like if you're looking online, you know, or scrolling, or just come across something on TV even, okay? Spirit says don't put anything past them this week, because they're going to come through in the most, it's like bizarre, but whoa, ways to get to the theme. It's like the book is opening for you here. This is a really strong energy blessing for you guys, especially your intuition. You know, you may have been feeling maybe foggy, cloudy, or like it's shut off. There was a lot of energies going on underneath us and the earth, and a lot of people don't talk about that. That does affect us humans walking on top of her. Okay, she's been moving and shaking. I know different parts of the country and the world have been having earthquakes and volcanic activity, but there's other things going on underneath us that we don't actually physically feel, but energetically and vibrationally we do. Okay, and that's been throwing us, but things seem to be settling down here energy-wise overall. So let's get to it. Okay, we do have the star here. Okay, this is about, standing out, shining bright. Whatever you are going to be doing will be seen in a positive light, because it's your time to shine. This is it. Now's the time. You will see it. Spirit's going to back that up 100%. Okay, so you don't have to worry about anything. It's what is going to be going on this week. Any overthinking, any cloudy headedness, especially thinking wise, okay? Big, huge, like clearing of perception in all its many forms is happening this week. Okay, very strong for Team 1, okay? Now, but Spirit does come with a little, hey, now keep an eye on this, guys, okay? Watch the overthinking. Okay? Spirit wants you to be very mindful not to allow your brain to take off running when you're trying to do something, new. Or maybe it feels uncomfortable because it's so new and there's fear there. Like, what if I don't understand? What if I da-da-da? It's too much. Okay. Spirit wants you to get a handle on it. There's no more excuses. You have to sit down with yourself. For some of you are just like, I can't. Then sit down with yourself and be honest. Sit down, write it, journal it, a voice memo it. We all got the voice recorder on our phones. That's a great way just to get it out, and then you can delete it. You know what I mean? Write it out. Shred it. Flush it down the toilet. Burn it. Or save it. It's up to you. But Spirit wants you to start asking your brain why. Start asking yourself the real reason why. The only people who are going to hear it's you. But once you start writing it out, it starts loosening things up there. It starts breaking down the fear commands that we've been following, okay? Some of us, we're doing the work, okay? But there's still stuff there, So it's your time, okay? Don't be getting down on things you have not started yet. Okay. Spirit saying for some of you, there is a tendency that, you know, when you run across something that is, you know, fear-based, you know, a new action, something new, something kind of outside what you normally are outside your comfort zone. Okay. And what that does too is it'll, Spirit says that'll start going and it triggers the downer energy. Get down on it. Okay. Feeling lost. Well, I don't know what to do then. And Spirit's helping support that not to happen. We have to show Spirit, yes, we do want change by creating action, by being mindful of that. Like I said, if that starts triggering, be honest with yourself. I'm being triggered. I need to understand why. And don't beat yourself up. Just simply start talking. Grab your phone, start voice memoing it. Write it out. Ask questions. Really get down to it, because you would be surprised how much is going to be released and understood, you know? And not only that, but the lightness, you feel like, now I can be free. You know, it just feels like you're breaking the chains that bind you, you know? And it does suck when we realize it's us doing that, you know? However, we understand why. We're compassionate. So be compassionate. Show yourself some grace this week, okay? Now, for those of you on the hunt for, I thought I knew what my soul purpose was. Now I have no clue. Now nothing's doing it for me. Spirit is on it. Okay. Trust Spirit. Okay. We have the fox with the lilies. Have peace. They want you just to do things you enjoy. Do the things you enjoy. They're going to be bringing that in. Like, they're going to be showing you what that is. And trust me, I know what that feels like too. It's like, but I don't, no, it's coming. Okay, be at peace. Spirits definitely, we have the dog here, which you know in my readings, or your guardian angel, your guides themselves. They will be guiding you towards that peace that you're looking for, especially when it comes to career or your purpose. Doors are flinging wide open. The book is wide open here, clearing any confusion. And your guides it's going to be so clear for you, Team 1. Wow. It's very strong energy. You will be seeing this in the physical plane. The moon's going to be spotlighting the things that are being removed. It's also, when I say that, I'm talking about like anything that's holding you back inside you. Okay. It doesn't always have to be everybody outside us, but you know, we're in charge. We say yes, we say no, we say left, we say right. We decide to stand, we decide to go out. Okay. And spirits, it's one of the keys, what I call it the keystone card here in the corner. Okay. With the book and the moon and the fox. So this is a lot of energy helping you to see this week which direction you're supposed to go. Soul purpose, career. Some people are like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. Like, I lost it for everything. I made changes in this. I don't know where to go, though. Because especially right now, right? Everything's crazy. But Spirit's definitely on your side on that one. They're going to be showing you guys, guiding the way. Yeah, they said, don't worry. If you guys have been waiting on hearing back from a job, maybe you applied for, Spirit saying hang tight, the obstacles are going to be removed and information will be coming in on that with the book in the corner here too. The moon and the star, intuitive guidance, straight up, feelings, you're shining bright, you're standing out. I feel like the intuitive guidance is going to shine very bright. It's going to be your star guiding you here. Okay. And Spirit's doing it in a very clever way is what they're saying. Oh my gosh. The garden and the mice and the lilies. Whatever fears you have, especially with social anything, events, even hanging out with groups of friends, getting out and doing things, connections with people, like networking. And networking is always a business term. Networking is just getting out there and trying to meet people like with like-minded stuff, finding clubs, or groups of people, and stuff. That's all being removed. Spirit's working on that. Peace. Have peace in this. You need to trust Spirit this week for sure. Okay? They're not going to, it's going to be really hard not to be able to listen to them because that's how, it's going to come all over the place. It's going to be a specific theme. We're going to pull just a little bit on the tarot. Spirit said that's all they want you to focus on this week. Things are actually lighting up for you guys in a big way. And please, please, please remember, your first intuitive hit is always the right one, okay? Ooh, we're using the double majors. Hold on. They gave me too much. What's this? He spilled it. Oh, there we go. Queen of Wands. The call of the muse herself, right there. Queen of Wands. Feeling very creative, feeling very like just a lot of energy, motivation. But she also knows to put her energy towards the things that are fulfilling to her heart, what makes her happy, you know, because that also contributes to everybody else around you. Even if this is solely something for yourself, it does, that energy flows out. Okay, it gives you more. Okay, we do. Speaking of the book, here we go with the Hierophant. Okay, a lot of knowledge, learning about the fear, but there's commitments coming in. This is about finding the thing. Okay, whatever that is you're looking for, especially like some of us are feeling lost a little bit right now. We need something. We need that fire. We need that energy. And trust me, Spirit's going to be showing up for you guys in a big, big way. What Spirit's asking you is not to be all about it. Okay. Trust me, even if whatever cup is offered to you guys this week, just remember, it may look like what the fuck is this? Okay, but it may look like, no, that's not good. No. It's being brought to you for a reason. There is no such thing as coincidences, and it may not look like it's your type of cup. He's like, what? Look how big that is. Oh my God, I gotta put drink in this and try to lift it. Oh my God, thinking about what would happen. I know the fish fell out, but anyway. But the thing is, the Spirit says, you know, sometimes the very things that we get offered may not look exactly how we planned it to look. But let me tell you this, and I know this from personal experience and whatever from clients. Just going with it because something says, yeah, maybe I should. It turns out to be so much more than what you first saw on the onset. Okay, when it came to you in the first place. Okay, seriously. And when in doubt, ask questions. Now, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Now, we are coming out of a very down time on the wheel. The opposite, it was kind of on the downswing. This cycle is completing this week. So there may be some stuff that needs to wrap up for you guys. You know who you are. Whatever, take what resonates, pitch out the rest, okay? But it will wrap up very quickly because we got to make room for this new stuff in the way. You need that time and space. And it's going to, I just feel like an uplift. I feel like you guys are going to have fun. I really do. I can't make that up. Thank you, Gabriel. Guardian Angel. We're using the Victorian Wisdom Oracle. Guardian Angel, do not dismiss anything, please. Please. I have a feeling if you haven't been remembering your dreams, I do feel like this across the board, that we will be remembering them pretty vividly. It's going to be something in particular, and we'll be like, was that them? You know, seriously. Union. Okay, connecting with people. Connecting with yourself. I feel like connecting with like that. Reminds me of this. Connection. Union. Let's get it back, right? We're never going to be who we were. We don't want to be. We worked really hard to get who we are now today. We got a fresh new breeze coming in. A fresh new beautiful blazing light coming in. And it's coming from you. It really is. It will, because now the things that actually your soul's been just crying for and begging us, please see this. And I'm like, not today, okay? And boom. It'll resonate in that heart chakra, I'm telling you. We have the awakening. Yes. Waking up. A brand new perception, very clear perception, okay? And then one of the things that, and it's funny because what you're not seeing this week is when you're dealing with any trigger, okay, for something new. When these themes start coming in, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. You need to sit right down at that moment, make time, and you need to sit there You need to surrender to it. Just surrender to the fact you need to sit there and really dig deep and find out why. Why? When Spirit keeps telling me, why do I stop? Why? I just journal it out. Voice memo. You sit down with yourself and really, this is where we have to surrender to pure honesty, to, you know, and not beat ourselves up about it. It's just going, okay, but that's not who we are now. This is a transformative energy. Look at the butterflies. Okay, opening up, releasing. We need to set it free so we can move forward to where we're supposed to do. Thank you guys so much for hanging in there with me. I send you lots of good vibes for this week. And remember, if I drive you to vibe, oh, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate that. That's like the biggest thanks ever. I appreciate you guys when you do that. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get alerted when I put up your forecast every week. On that note, Team 1, take care. Hey there, Team 2. All right, let's see what your theme's going to be throughout the week. All right. A higher view. So whatever clouds that have been maybe fogging up your head there's been a lot of that going on, especially the last few weeks. I mean, we get moments clarity and our brain gets all heavy again. Kind of like brain fog, but it's more like you just can't. It's like just foggy, feeling cut off maybe. Definitely strong presence. I believe this is going to be across the board because I can't believe our little guy, the guardian angel dog, showed up again. It was very prominent in Team 1 also. Okay, so we have a lot of angelic energy, guardian angel or spirit guides heavy on the ground this week as we head towards this new moon. Very powerful new moon. Very, very powerful. Some of you might feel the energy really strongly, like 2 to 3 days before the event, and also 2 to 3 days after its apex. A lot of movement, a lot of clarity, a lot of seeing things differently now. Sometimes when we really don't want to do something, we won't. I shouldn't say we won't see what we have to do. We know what we have to do. We know exactly where we got to cut the F out, whether it's a person, an environment, whatever it is, okay? Well, now Spirit is saying this has to end now. Now, in saying that, let's get to it. We have the key, okay? We have the dog, the guardian angel, and then we have the clouds here. Now, if you notice, the dog is looking over at the clouds going, no, 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 no. No matter what happens, when that door opens, Spirit's opening doors for you guys. Opening maybe doors that were locked within the mind. Things are swinging open extremely strong, including your intuition. For those you've been feeling blocked, it's now being opened. And Spirit is very much, and the second time this came up, okay, Team 1 got this too, where Spirit is definitely safeguarding you guys from this cloud heavy energy, sadness, depression, guilt, blame, whatever that is. It can come in many facets, and we can allow it to fool us, but Spirit's like, no more. We need you clear and moving. So things are opening up because your stuff is pushing in, which is causing this right now. Some of you may have intuitively been picking this up. Like right here with the dog, it's like cycles. The old has to go. Coffin, endings, leading to new beginnings. In fact, leading to a much better onwards and upwards you go with the tower here, okay, with the coffin underneath that. I mean, above that. This is an intense, transformative, not transform. It's like it's like the finale. This is it, okay? Nothing to be afraid of. Spirit is going to show you that in just. I want to say I keep wanting to say there were multitudes this week. How safe you are to be doing this, okay? You know, it's not so, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready because this has to happen, that has to happen. Trust me, Spirit has your book up there. You know, they have your book. No, this is a time for you to, they have, sometimes the plans we have for ourselves is actually not as great and fantastic as the one Spirit does. We just have to trust. and be open. Spirit's going to be showing you guys in the physical plane. No doubt about it. It's very strong energy here. Okay, now, in saying that, the key here above the scythe is cutting things out, cutting the crap, cutting the bullshit, okay? And I'm not just talking about around you, okay? We can spin some bullshit like no others when it comes to ourselves. Really, we're also our world's biggest critics, bullies, you know? This is Spirit saying that this key is opening something up to where you can see very clearly, okay, that what you have to cut out, whatever that is, it's going to bring you so much peace and lightness and freedom. With the lilies, okay, I feel like saying freedom, like your wings finally like unfurl and you just like this, you're like, rising up like the tower, upwards and onwards, promise. Seriously, very strong energy for this. Okay, so we have the clouds over the garden here leading to the anchor. So with the clouds in the garden, it talks about maybe a little bit of fear, a little bit of unsurety, not sure, I don't know, confusion about maybe connecting with people in whatever way, shape, or form that is. Going to, even something as simple as going to an event or hanging out with friends. This came up also. This is going to be a theme for a lot of us, I guess, this week. But this is about the storm clouds are moving away. Spirit's going to clear this. Spirit is going to clear this up for you guys, so you can see that this is a very good opportunity. Okay, this, you can be secure connecting with people, whether it's online, face to face. Okay, you're going to be so surprised. Your garden is actually a lot bigger. And people are seeing your growth. Maybe people you don't even know. You know what I mean? That have seen you. Maybe they met you once. You don't know them. They're not even an acquaintance. It's just someone you met, right? But they see, it's like you have all these people kind of milling around. Like say you're working really hard on your house and your garden. Okay, we use this. The house represents you. Okay, everything you've been doing for yourself. Okay. And we finishing touches. We already did the garden because the garden's amazing. So we've been working on the garden, right? Because we want to clear everything out. We want the most beautiful flowers. We want them to thrive, right? What we are planting, we want to thrive. And then we start working on the house and stuff. And little do you know, the people, passers-by, going, oh, look at this garden. You don't have any gates up, really. You know, they're just looking around. They're looking at this beautiful garden. They wonder, wow, what does it look like if we go in? But they're not walking in because then when we try to, there is this like huge like wall and there's a moat around her, and you know what I mean? They haven't been able to, Spirit hasn't been able to get them, you know, to you because we have a wall up here, okay? So that's being cleared out, and Spirit wants you, you're definitely going to be safe and secure. Spirit is guiding you on your travels this week. Spirit says the weather will be good for those actually physically traveling. You might have been worried about that. That's going to be cleared up this week, Spirit says. Lily says, have peace with the endings because a brand new beginning, you know, sometimes with the endings too, we could be a little like, you know, it can be depressing. It can be sad, you know, no matter what that is for you, whatever's leaving, whatever's cutting out, the thing, you know, it's got to go. No more bullshit. No more bullshitting. You know, and that can kind of make us a little bit spiral. But remember, Spirit's also including themselves in here by saying, but we're gonna let you see the bright side of this. It's not brighter. Like, look at the brighter side. It's not like that. It's a higher perspective. They're going to show you the higher side of it. Okay, but this is what you're supposed to. This is where you are. This is This is us. This is where Spirit wants us to be. Seeing things from a higher perspective so we can get moving. We have the key, the doors opening with endings and leading to a security here. You're going to be very safe during this transition. Everything is going to work out. Don't worry about the schematics. You just got to do whatever you're supposed to be doing, okay? We do have strength coming in very strong. There's a huge energy for you guys, especially Team 2. Courage, strength. Okay, speaking your truth. not just to others, but to yourself. Okay? It takes a great deal of courage to face ourselves in the mirror. You know? Write it out. Voice memo. Spirit's been the energy is very strong about writing things out or voice memoing. Listening to meditation stuff's great, but you need to get stuff out on paper. Sit there and really dig into why the endings scare you. Okay? Why the fear? And then write down, what can you do? What is in your power to get things going right now? Start whatever that is for you, kids. Spirit wants you to start writing it out. Just let it flow out of you, okay? And that's where a lot of the peace is going to come in, and that's actually going to open another door for you, Spirit says. But you're getting all the support from Spirit, like Queen of Pentacles. Stable. If you haven't been feeling good, well, your health should be stabilizing. There is a sense of peace because she has been taking care of her kingdom, her house that she built, the garden she has been creating. She even has, like, you know, vegetables and fruit and animals there. You know, she feels satisfied because she knows all the stuff she's done for herself is actually very beneficial for other people. And she can rest. She feels safe. She feels secure. Okay. And then we have the Knight of Cups writing in. Maybe wobbling in. He's kind of, you know, he's been, yeah. Okay. First of all, Spirit just said, so watch this. Anything that you've been excessive about escape-wise, Spirit's telling you very nicely, you will be getting messages on that very clear in the physical plane. I'm just going to leave it there, okay? All right, take what resonates. All right, this Knight of Cups energy is a little like, I mean, he's goofy, he's having a good time, but he has no clue where he's going. He's just trusting the horse who's about to walk into a river. That could be deeper than shit, and off he goes, right? Okay, now, the Spirit says that some of the people, maybe some of you are dealing with, this is where they're at right now, okay? A lot of people have been very mean, very miserable, and they're taking out on a lot of people. They're trying everything in their power, okay, to try to bring us back under their thumb of control. Do what I want you to do for me. I need to be happy. I need this. Nobody will help me. Nobody's listening. Because everybody's trying to do for themselves. So now they were trying to do this for so long. These are what we call stuck people. People who are ignoring all this shit, okay? They're just more and more miserable. I can't do that. Well, I can't. I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, so now we have them in this loopy ass mode. So we will be dealing on the other side of this whole thing. We're dealing with a little bit of loopy people. That's what Spirit's saying. It's kind of a loopy, like weird, like they're just like tripping energy. Okay, I know some of you might be going, oh, but it's better than what we've been dealing with. Okay, they're a very nervous feeling coming off of them because now they're like, okay, all right, now how do I do this normally? Do you see what I'm saying? Without the control, without the narcissism, without the cruelty, without, look at my balls, you know what I mean? What am I do if I can't swing those around at people? Say, no, I'm da-da-da, you know what I mean? So anyway, let's get some oracle for you guys. So Spirit is definitely going to have your back, and for everything you actually, if you guys know you need to cut out, okay, the ending is coming, okay, just know this, Spirit is definitely going to bring something in, it's going to come in, because your stuff's coming in, but as soon as you do it, boom, here it comes, boom, there it is, okay, ancestors. Connecting with your spirit guides and guardian angel. Spirit says we are all connected. We are all one. Some of you specifically might have a particular ancestor, okay, that stands out to you as we are speaking. That's the one you're supposed to connect with because they're the ones who will be guiding you through this week. And remember too, when our people we've known on earth pass over, especially if it's been a long time, they go through a process up there too. They're not the same as they would be down here. So if you keep picking up particular people, just be mindful of that too, because sometimes some people go, oh, it's so and so, you know. But sit down with them, you know. Try to, you know, have a conversation with them. Talk out loud. I do it all the time. See, for you guys, you probably think that's normal for me, but people who don't know me, and I start going, you know, could you stop? You know, and I'm turning around talking to nobody. Do you see what I'm saying? I know who I'm talking to. Nobody else sees that. Have conversations. Do not be afraid to talk to your guides like they're your friends. Like they're just saying, if you just suddenly answer something out loud, you know what I mean? And then go, why'd I do that? That's most likely you're answering your guides. It just blurted out in the physical plane. Yeah, ask them for guidance. Ask them for clear help. You know, if any of you do, I only encourage this if you know how to do this properly. If you do automatic writing, now's the time to get back into that. Gratitude, the attitude of gratitude. When everything starts lifting, this... Even if right now you're like, yeah, you know, I do need that. I'm grateful to my guides being here. Feeling that gratitude that you will be having that source. So you will see it in the physical plane immediately going into the week. Tomorrow, Monday. Just remember, just care, just add. You're going to be compiling huge amounts of gratitude, okay, as they start showing you things and going, oh, because maybe things aren't, sometimes we get fearful of letting go of things. You know, we can spin a yarn or two about it in our heads, and that sometimes it's like we make it worse than what it really is, or maybe we're so fearful of an outcome we don't know. You know, it causes us to stall, and Spirit's going to show you all that from this beautiful, beautiful higher view. You want to know what it looks like at, you know, being on a penthouse and going out to the balcony, see that whole view for yourself with your own eyes? That's what Spirit wants you to see in your life now. And that's what's coming. Okay. Remember we were talking about connecting with your guides, really being honest, cutting through the bullshit, and just looking, okay? And just remember, sometimes when we are fearing change and endings like this too, whatever that is for you, some might not be that bad, you know, but for others, we have to remember we are not those same people anymore. Those past aspects that are hanging on to whatever we're supposed to be letting go of, they're very strong grip. Trust me, fear is a big, big, huge power, okay? But so is love. You have worked so hard. You're not behind. You're not, you know, stuck. You're moving. Because, you know, you're being awakened to all this, and you're open to this, and you understand this, and you see it. So remember that when you're doing your writing or sitting down and really trying to think about the endings, or, yeah, I just feel like a lot of you listening to this knows what your ending needs to be. And maybe looking at yourself and seeing the past aspects of you from the past that are still coming up and kind of, you know, taking over there, you know, and then sitting down with that. But also you got to remember you are not that past aspect. That's why it feels weird. It doesn't feel comfortable. And it just, it's like, I just feel like I'm tripping whenever I start thinking about this and da-da-da. It doesn't feel right anymore. You've outgrown that now. You outgrown it. And you're flying high. Or you soon will be. So trust and listen to your spirit guides and guardian angels. Guys, thank you so much for hanging with me through that. Please like, share, and subscribe if I jive with your vibe. That is the biggest thank you could ever give me. Seriously. I really appreciate it when you guys do that. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I post your forecast for the week ahead. And I've got my special, the Bang Bang Bangers. 3 different readings up on my Instagram channel at The Wandering Intuitive, all lowercase, over on Instagram. If you guys are interested, it's running till April 30th. So on that note, guys, you have a great week. And remember, Spirit's there for you in a big way. You'll see. Take care. Hello there, Team 3. All right, let's get to it. Let's see what your recurring theme for the week is. The Oracle's Gift. Wow. This is a big... This card doesn't come up very often. And basically, when we see the Oracle's Gift, that means your intuitive abilities are going to be off the charts, okay, in the most amazing ways. It's going to be different. It's going to be a lot more clear, whatever your gifts are, okay. This is very strong energy, Spirit. Seriously, if you're already intuitive, you know, it's just going to enhance it more. You'll be able to, like, really... It's hard to explain, as you know. Sometimes, you know, everybody's gifts are different, but it's going to come through in a way so clear. Precognition especially, okay? And that can come through in different ways, you know, depending on your gifts. And maybe you're like, well, I don't know. You will know. I trust me. Spirit's going to make it very clear. You're definitely going to be very, very guided. Right in the middle here, we have the fish with the dog and the clover. Now, the dog has shown up in all 3 teams now, okay? And from Team 1 to Team 3, it's nothing but Spirit's guidance in the physical plane, okay? Just talk about psychic flow. Spirit guiding you, your guides, angels, okay? Clover, blessings galore. Working with them, listening to them. You know, I know a lot of us have regular day-to-day jobs, you know, too, and it's kind of hard, but, you know, to sit there and take a break and connect with your guides. But they're going to, I don't know, I just feel this, they're not going to interfere. It's not like it's going to interfere with whatever you're doing for your day-to-day, okay? And for those of you who have a little bit more wiggle room for space, definitely take the time, like if something comes up, to connect with your guides. Very strong energy. They go, ask him, you shall receive. But they're talking about guidance. They're talking about answers, especially with your intuitive ability. Spirit wants us to start trusting that again. I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of psychics out there. Seriously, this is for us. Really trusting that beautiful intuition of yours. Do not hold back. Do not question it with facts. You know, intuition comes from within. Our bodies are the antennas that hold what? The soul, our soul. The soul that is connected to source, our higher power, right? And I feel like we're going to get... like it's almost like we're getting an upgrade in a major way while we sleep on Sunday night and then wake up Monday, and it's like, it's a beautiful energy. Be open to that. Open to it. Let's get into this. Sorry, I could talk about that all day. All right, so we got the sun with the tower to the anchor. I do feel strong, a divine masculine energy. That's like courage, getting things done. Taking brave steps forward, okay? Definitely rising high. I feel like this energy is boosting us up. Not only that, but it's also about perspective. I feel that things are going to up level for all of us in the physical plane, especially Team 3 here, and feeling more safe and secure, but then knowing that no matter what we do or where we go, even though we're going somewhere maybe unknown, okay? Maybe we decide, you know what, I'm just going to go for it without seeing the full thing, but something's telling you, yes. Or maybe you have a vision of it. Trust that. It's safety and security. The sun, abundance, vitality, you know, growth, renewal, rebirth, okay? We do have a new moon on Sunday. We'll be feeling that 2 to 3 days ahead of the event itself. And then we'll be feeling it very strongly 2 to 3 days after it. But that's actually, the moon is working in our favor in a big way. She's definitely sending, like, amplifying energies for intuition, you know, boost overload. It seems like, but it's not going to be overwhelming. It's not. It's going to be, for each one of us, our gifts are unique. We have our own unique intuitive language. Okay? And it's going to feel good, but it's going to feel different good for every single one of us down here. It's going to be an amazing time. But I do see maybe for those of you who might have been looking for a position, or maybe been wavering on going on to a new job or something, you're going to find that is going to be the biggest blessing. You're going to go for it and find out how amazing this is. It's like it was made for you. It feels right. The environment, the people. Maybe you feel like you've even met them people before, that you've never even been in that building or even knew it was there. That type of thing. The connection factor for us this week is going to be very, very strong, very high vibing, very cool. Down here is interesting. So we have two messages down here at the bottom here. We have a divine masculine. Remember, these are energies, never gender. Okay, with the heart. Okay. Now, some of you will be meeting a person, or maybe you've been talking with somebody, not sure where this is going to go, but things up leveled this week. Okay. We are coming out of Venus retrograde, not all the way out. Okay. Take your time, slow and steady. Okay. We do, Spirit says there will be challenges ahead, not obstacles, but challenges. Okay. And you will be able to see those. Okay. You will. All right. Spirit's not exactly, we'll pull tarot, but I don't think Spirit's just letting you have that information. So when you start picking up things, okay, you'll understand. All right. I don't know why Spirit made me say it that way, but we're going with it. Okay. We have the sun with the fish to the divine masculine energy. We have got a big uptick in abundance coming in for all of us this week, Team 3. Yes, a nice flow. It's like the dam has now been busted open and things are now flowing. I mean, strongly. Again, in fact, it can't wait to flow in. It's kind of quick. Things will be going very quickly for us this week. The blessings, attitude of gratitude is going to be the most amazing thing ever. Okay, I don't know why I'm saying it like that. Sorry. Okay, definitely. With this energy here, this is going to be what's going to really get the ball rolling with that divine masculine energy, kicking ass, taking names, getting things done, feeling a lot stronger, more secure, more feeling confident. Taking very strong steps, going, I'm going to keep. You take one step and go, holy crap, and you just keep going, and that's yay. By the end of this week, you're going to look back and go, holy crap. You know what I mean? In a good way. You'll be like, wow. Okay, we have the tower to the dog. This is definitely higher, strong, spiritual beings that are assisting your rise upwards and onwards. And beautiful feeling in the heart chakras, feeling love again, feeling maybe you've been feeling cut off. You know, some of us were shut down, that we wanted to get up there, we couldn't. Now that's opening up. I feel very strong Spirit guiding us to, and this is across the board. Spirit is guiding us very obviously in the physical plane. I mean, all throughout today, a theme, something that will help you to lift up. The one thing maybe you've been, usually this makes me happy, usually that makes me happy, blah, blah, blah. But Spirit's actually going, okay, you got to look over this way. And they're going to keep pointing you over there because they know that's the one thing that's going to get you open up and boom, off you go. Okay. The sun to the dog to the mountain. Don't worry about any obstacles and blockages. That's why Spirit was saying, just leave it like that. That your guides, your guardians, whoever you work with, are guiding you through anything that would appear beforehand. Like say last week that you would look at as an obstacle or a blockage. You're not going to see it that way. Okay. And Spirit's also going to be, you're safe with the sun here too. You're guiding like wherever the abundance is, the good vibes are. Spirit's definitely guiding the path through the mountains. Okay. The right path to get you on the other side. This is beautiful. It's just the energy. I can't even. Okay. We do have divine masculine energy. For some of you, it's about really stepping into your power. Not in a cruel way, of course, stepping into your power to do the things you want to do so freely. It's just like, it's going to be like breathing. Maybe you held back on a lot of things and now all of a sudden you're like, oh no, I'm doing it. Do it. Do it. We have very strong energy from our spirit guides and guardian angels, because no matter what you do, you're going to be safe. You are safe and protected. This is big. So we're coming out of a time where, see, this is the double majors, the moon, see, going behind the clouds, not so sure, can't really see the path. We're not trusting our intuition to go forward, you know, because we're not sure. It's like, I don't know, maybe, yeah. You know, some of us didn't see shit. We just couldn't. Page of Wands, but that's about to change. Messages to stoke the fires. I feel like these are also, oh, there we go, the Page of Swords. Okay, wait, let me see these. Okay. Now, the spirit is definitely going to be working on messages. We have the messenger of fire and the messenger of swords. Very clear, concise message. You will not miss the messages you'll be getting, okay? With the wands, I feel like that's that fire energy, the sun energy, helping you to step into that and really be open. It's like he's looking, like, say he's divining with that wand there, making, like, trusting in that. He trusts in that to guide him, to keep him, you know, going if he gets tired. And this is what this is about this week. Okay, now, trust. This is... Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. So this is where we were at with Temperance, okay? We just didn't have the energy. There were so many other things going on. Some of us just stayed in La La Land, kind of isolated, didn't want to talk to people because we were just over it. Drained, fatigued. A lot of people have been getting sick with the most craziest stuff out of the blue. You know, scarlet fever's hitting our town right now. It's insane. But this is about, like, just feeling so lethargic, you know, we're not feeding, you know, all of us, you know what I'm saying? When we don't feed ourselves, and even though we're, like, we're just trying to take a minute, we get drained, it's not giving up, okay? Don't think if you were giving up, you wouldn't be listening to this right now, okay? First of all, okay? She's got the butterfly. I see it. All right, I'll be there in a minute. Give me a minute. Give me another minute. You know what I mean? Because we didn't have it in us. Okay? But now, Spirit says, okay, now we're all coming out of the cave, right? Okay, I'm out now. And I'm here. Okay, waiting for the guidance. We've been waiting patiently. We haven't been, I want to say, lazy about it, really. We've been trying. We have. Spirit saying, though, their arrival is imminent. They are going to guide us right out of that. We'll feel the energy. We're going to get there, guys. Okay. Can you clarify that first before I say anything? Okay, for some of us. All right. So we still have people in the collective who are stuck. And what came up... is they were showing loopy energy around these people. They are exhausted. They are just exhausted. Sorry, I'm listening to Spirit. I'm trying not to, I shouldn't laugh. That's not nice, cats. But the people who've been frustrated, angry, the people who've been trying to, like, go back to the people who shut the doors on them because they were no longer going to serve their selfish needs. You know, the toxic people, narcissists, people controlling people, the people they lost all control over the people they had held under their thumb for so long, regardless of if it's work or family or partners, whatever. Okay. So they had been fighting for so long. They got drained. They are just, now they're wandering around like these drunken zombies. What? Where's the head of it? Kid you not. So we are not going to get coherent. How do I explain it? Spirit. They're like, yep, this is them. Look at the Fool. This is the double majors. This is what happens when the Fool didn't listen to his intuition. Remember, in the original tarot, the dog is, well, this is a kitty cat, but it was a dog that was pulling on the cape going, hey, you're going to walk off a cliff. But he was like, la, 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 la. And then, whoops. You know what I mean? That's those people I'm talking about. Okay. Yes. Now we have the Lovers. The reverse side of it. They got together, but we got a lot of cloud, big brainstorm hitting them. So for some of the people watching this, Team 3, it could be a partner. Maybe you split up and decided to give it another chance. Remember, we still have Venus retrograde energy going on. She will be lifting a little lighter after this week. Okay, it takes we're in post shadow, so it's lightening up, but Spirit's still reminding us there's a reason why this didn't work out in the first place. This could be a family member, this could be an ex, this could be a friend, this could be anybody. Ignoring your intuition maybe brought you two together, maybe decided, well, maybe you're talking to me, entertaining it. Spirit's about to show you why that is not a good idea. No, because they're going to do it again. Okay. Watch for signs, Spirit saying, people kind of not, I shouldn't say not talking coherently, but they're just not going to, they're going to sound like they're tripping. That's the only way to describe it. It would be like, are you all right? I mean, what the heck? That'll be your key red flag, who they really are. Okay. And this is something they have to walk. That path is theirs to walk alone. You've already done the work, you know? And the thing is maybe you could support, maybe you could help them. However, the thing is when you get really close to people and you start advancing, especially, you know, spiritually, mentally, you know, you start taking charge and taking care of yourself, you know, focusing on things that make you happy. The people who are controlling, who are looking around, everything around them is supposed to support their happiness, what they want. And if dare somebody go off and derail and do their own thing that makes them happy, that creates resentment, jealousy, you know, anger, okay? Because you can do that and they won't, okay? It's not they can't, they won't. Keep that in mind, okay? All right, let's get you some guidance. Centering, yep. Centering. Remember to center and to ground. The earth is settling down just a little bit. Ooh, my goodness. Okay. All right. So we have centering. Make sure you are staying present. Okay. That's when you'll hear and see Spirit the most, by the way. Taking time for yourself just to center and ground, to connect in with your guides. That's a big one. But underlying all that, with our day-to-day stuff, we have to remember to always remain present. Don't let the mind go spinning out. I feel like this is an energy telling us we are centering. We're not going to be kind of looping around a little bit. Now we're going to be a lot more stable and strong thanks to that divine masculine energy coming in, awakening. Okay, our spiritual gifts are off the charts, guys. Write down your dreams. They're going to become more vivid and we're going to remember more now. The downloads that we've all been getting are now starting to come in through the physical plane in a way we can see them and hear them. It's some of you might be picking that up now, but going forward into this week, it's gonna be more and more like right there in our face. Expression. Do not be afraid to be who you are. Do not be afraid to show who you are. Okay? And most importantly, this is about you expressing yourself in your space. Nobody should have to hide the things they like or the things that make them feel good or represent who they are. You know, it can be something as simple as like, you know, decorating an area for yourself, but you hold back on stuff because you don't want people to say anything or, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. This is about breaking loose out of all that because for some of you, that's that one piece, missing piece of the puzzle, and Spirit's definitely going to be encouraging it. They're going to give you the courage. They're going to give you the strength. They're definitely going to get that creativity. Maybe you're like, well, I'm not sure. I feel like for some of you, your minds are going to open and see all these different ideas and options and get excited again in a really cool way. And not only that, but you're probably going to have visions about what your space or whatever that is for you in a very clear way. So on that note, guys, Thank you so much for hanging with me. And as always, if I jive with your vibe, please like, share, and subscribe. That is the biggest thank you you could ever give me. I swear, I'm so grateful when you guys do that. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be notified as soon as I post your forecast. I have my bang, bang, bangers up on Instagram. It ends on April 30th. So if you want to hop on over and check that reading special out, there's 3 different readings in that special. I'd be much grateful. You can find me on Instagram at The Wandering Intuitive, all lowercase, and I'll see you there on the flip side. You guys have a great, fantastic week.